sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Nicole Cole. Today we are going to do some things around the house, just some little projects that I've needed to get done. I had my husband build picture shelves, and we are going to do a few other little shelves together. So I wanted to decorate with you all. There are a couple that I'm not going to do in this video. I'll do in another video with you guys. I just didn't want to run out of time. But I wanted to share with you all, Saturday I did not do a video due to the fact that Thursday, when I got home, I took Bear out for a walk. We walked out in the yard, walked out the front door, out in the yard, and when we came back, we did around for a little bit, and when we come back, Bear went straight for the flower bed. When he went for the flower bed, I heard something rustling in the flower bed, and I just assumed it was a lizard or a chipmunk. All of a sudden, Bear jumps out, and a snake comes with him. All that to be said, he was bitten by a rattlesnake that day, and I thought at that point that it was just his foot or his paw. So I got super upset, complete mess. I was a complete mess. And I got him inside because I could not come back through the front door. I had to figure out how to get in the side door. But I got back in the house, and I called the vet, and she said, give him some Benadryl. I'm telling you all this so you will know. She said, Nicole, give him some Benadryl. Well, then I got upset because I couldn't find the Benadryl. And he's whining this whole entire time. My heart's breaking. My heart's breaking. And it's still breaking. I have cried all weekend. So she said, I called her back, no Benadryl. So she said, bring him on to Andalusia. I get in my truck, I call my husband. I've called my husband a couple of times by this point, and he said, Nicole, meet me at the gas station. We'll leave from there, and we'll take him to Andalusia to, just get him seen about. By the time that I left this house and I drove to the convenience store with Bear, he had already kind of started going limp on me. So my husband got in the car or truck, and he had me sit in the passenger seat, and I said, he's not going to make it. We've got to do something now. So I called the vet back in Andalusia, and I told them that I just don't think he can make it. I've got to get him somewhere and get him seen. She told me to in turn go to the OP animal clinic or animal hospital. I should know this, but I don't. I'm sorry. But it's in OP next to the co-op. So I took him straight there. And y'all, when I walked in that door and I had that little limp puppy in my hand, and all I could say is, my dog was bit by a snake. Can someone help me? So that, the smaller snakes, they don't know when to stop their venom, and they may give too much venom. But when the vet came out, he said, no, it looks like a bite from, if I was taking a bite from 1 to 10, this one's a 1. It looks good, but if y'all want to do the anti-venom, we can go ahead and do that. And my husband's like, yes, we are doing the anti-venom. So we did do it, and we get home that night. Poor little thing has a cone on, just pitiful as could be, did not want me to leave him, and I did not want to leave him. So my husband took him the next morning and had his IV taken out and something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, his cone taken off. They took his cone. Well, my husband said, something's still not right. He is whining with one of his ears, and, he don't want you to touch that ear. So he brings him to me at work, and I kept him the rest of the day. He didn't move. He was just in my lap. So I did call the vet, Nervous Nelly, and I called the vet back, and they said, come back at 3:45 and we'll look at him. So I did drive back to the vet's office on my way home Friday and had him seen about once again, and they assured me that he had been bitten twice. So not only was he bitten on his paw, he was bitten on his neck, in his throat area. And it was as big as a golf, or big as a softball. It was huge. And a little bitty 7-pound puppy, you know, it was very, very scary to me. But the doctor assured me that since we did the anti-venom, we should be good to go. And that what will happen is the swelling, you know, over the days, it will eventually go down his body and go away, dissipate. So he is fine. He just started wagging his tail at me again on Sunday, which was precious, and I'm so thankful for it. I'm so thankful for all of those that follow me on Instagram and Facebook that said prayers for my little man, because it was very scary to me. You know, and what I was saying earlier is, you know, he's my protector, but then again, I'm his protector. So it broke my heart. All that to be said, let's get to decorating. I'm just so glad that I'm back with you all, and I've got my little bear with me. I hope y'all enjoy today.
So this is my current workshop. I have 2x4s. We are going to do a shelf in the living room, a shelf in our bedroom, and then over here, my husband has made picture shelves, and I am going to use those all along. This one looks longer for some reason. Maybe it's just an optical illusion, but he made me 3 of these. We're going to do 2 in our bedroom and 1 in the dining room. Let me show you where the 2 of these are going to go, and then the shorter ones. This is our bedroom, and this wall has been driving me crazy. So the big monstrosity of a TV, we are going to go smaller with that one very, very soon. But I have a ton of family pictures, so my husband made 2 of those picture ledges that are going to go there. The 2x4s, I have some little corbels, and we're going to do a little shelf here. But let me turn around and show y'all. So that's the door coming into our bedroom. And then right here, my mother, I wanted to go to an estate sale yesterday, but with Bear being bitten by a rattlesnake twice, I didn't want to leave him yesterday. So she got me these 2 beautiful end tables. Aren't they gorgeous? The harp end tables. I paid $100 each for them. And then in the center, my mother has an antique couch that we just don't want to get rid of just yet. It's a Duncan Fife. It was my great-grandmother's. We are going to put it right there. I am going to cover it with a cloth, but I thought that I hung my little barn pit painting, so I think it looks really good. And here comes Bear. Yes, my baby's feeling better. Yeah. Y'all, it scared me so bad, and I'm so glad he's feeling better. But anyway, love you, Bear. I'm going to do those photo, and I think I've called them 3 different things. Picture ledges, there we go. I'm gonna hang those 2 picture ledges. I'm gonna do a little table on corbels down here just to give it more space. I'm gonna move all that stuff out. But I think it's turned out really cute. I'm gonna turn around and even show you our bed area. We did wood on the back wall. We are still waiting on our bed frame, have not gotten that yet. But I feel like once we get the bed frame in here, it's gonna be really pretty. So, and the gentleman, Robert Woodall, he painted all of my bedroom. Well, this bedroom, I didn't paint any bedrooms. I did the living room and entryway, dining room. But I love the alabaster white walls and the repose gray trim. And I am going to paint our doors. I'm just kind of waiting for that. So let's get started on staining this wood. So let's get started. Tell him, Bear.
Amazon. I love them. They are beautiful. They have one screw hole in the back. So what I did, I was very unconventional. But it worked. So what I did is I put the screw in the stud on this side, and then y'all, I don't have my husband's bush hogging today, so I didn't have him to help me. So what I did is I ran a line across to make sure that I had it straight, and then I screwed in my other screw on the other side into the stud. But you know what? Us girls do what we got to do. So I am going to just put these. Let's see. It just locks down in there. I may even tighten this screw a little bit, but let's see. And then this is the piece of wood that I stained with you guys. Now listen, you remember me telling you guys that every wall in this house is off kilter about 90 degrees. I'm exaggerating when I say 90, but you can see there's a slant right here. So I just had my husband cut it off at a certain amount and just leave it at that. So I am going to screw these down just because I don't want my grandbabies touching the shelf and it falling forward. So I think this is precious up underneath my picture here. This is in an extension of the entryway going into our bedroom. So I love this little shelf area right here. And we're gonna decorate it together. I know I wanna use some doilies. And I know I wanna use some blue and white. But let's play with it a little bit. I have this really sweet doily. And I'm gonna lay it on the side so it kind of drapes just a bit. Let's see, I want some blue and white. I just unpacked this really nice ginger jar. So I'm gonna stick that in the corner. Now I know this is a slightly different blue color, but I do mix colors. It's kind of a blue gray, and it will be very similar to the color that I paint all of my interior doors. We just haven't had the time to do that just yet, and it may be a while down the road, but we will get to that. But I did want to add that. I have a little gray church that I have. I could even put a candle in that. That would be sweet. It almost needs greenery. And I always like to decorate on threes, 5s, 7s. I do an odd number. That's the way I have been taught, and I always do odd numbers. So I do want to do some greenery somewhere. I can set it here, but it looks weird. That's sweet. I think I like that. Super simple. I do want to do something under the shelf. I'm not quite sure yet, but let's play with that. Decorate under here. Now, I don't know about you all, but I like to engulf myself in memories of my family, things I've done as a child. So that's where I'm going with this. These are my mom's. I had them in my kitchen, but I'm kind of trying to move things around and spread them out over the house. So I think I'm going to put that on this side. I have this wagon that I got from Southern with Grace. You can do the app. A lot of people have asked me about this pillow. When I was a little girl, my grandfather, a lot of people told me this is not what he said, but this is what I heard. So that's why I had this pillow made. And this is how he called. People said he said "coet," but I always heard "owe it." So that's what I'm going with, because that's what I remember as a child. So I am going to put that right here. And my cousins can correct me if I'm wrong, but I always heard "owe it," not "coet." So let's take a look at this. This little corner turned out absolutely precious. I just did the little shelf, and I can change that out for seasonal, which I'm excited about. And I love the way I just put the little greenery in there just to add a little pop of color. And then my memories down below. Everyone has asked me where I got this artwork. I've got this one and another one very similar. I bought that with Southern with Grace, the same place that I bought the little wagon from several Christmases ago. They have an online store that you can shop off of. They're out of Georgia.
Southern with Grace. So, but y'all, those corbels from Amazon are beautiful. I love, love, love them.
So I've got my shelves hung and I want to decorate them with you guys because I want to show you how I do mine. I try to kind of vary the different heights and the different styles of pictures so I can mix as many pictures on each shelf as possible. I did go ahead and hang some artwork. I put, this sign was used at our wedding, which you can see that our anniversary is coming up. And then I did this one because this is all mostly, well, it is. It's our family pictures. So home is where I am with you. And I thought that was sweet. I am in love with this setup. This bottom one I'm just going to use as, you know, just decor, and I can do it seasonal if I choose to. It's just corbels I bought from Lowe's and two 2x4s cut to the length that I wanted the top. So let's start on the top shelves and then we'll work down on the bottom. So this is one of our wedding pictures and it's tall. So I think I'm going to put it right here to mix the two shelves together. So I wanted some height, and that's why I zigzagged the pattern like this so I could do some high pictures. And I'm going to mix in, let's see, all my larger pictures first. Picture of my grandbaby. So you see how I did large, large. Now I want to do some maybe medium-sized ones. Babies. Let's see. Since we have a grandbaby up there, let's do a grandbaby picture down here. More grandbabies. Let's see. These are the same, so let's do this. And you can see I do try to kind of overlap them so I can get, I thought that fell, so I can get as many pictures as possible up there. More grandbabies. So I'm doing basically the back first and then I come forward. And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is a picture of me and my grandmother. She's passed away, but I love this picture. And we were coming out of church that day, and I always keep it out. But now this is what I was saying. See how this one is stacked on top of this particular picture? If I move that out and I put this picture behind it, so you mainly see this one, but you get to see this one as well. Then I can do a smaller, let's see if I can scoop this in a little bit more. And you will have to play with it. I could do this. See how it's varied? So this one's out, that one's in, out, in. So I can do another one on that end. And I think I'm going to do another wedding picture, and it's a tall one. And I could do a small one right here. Let me see what I got. Another grandbaby. And I'm going to do it behind it, see? See how it's staggered? That is so pretty. Let me see. Okay. Stop the fan. Sorry about that. I didn't realize it was even going. So you can see how I have the difference, or the staggered. So these are back, and then these are up front. So now I'm going to do the same thing up here. Sizes of pictures. I think that's the look I want. Now for the bottom. So for this area, I thought I would do like my willow. I love willow. So I have our cake topper from our wedding. I have this bride and groom, and he's given me these all along over the years. My girlfriend gave me this, which is awesome, right after what happened. And I had this bride and groom. Now I wanted to mix in some different textures, so I have these two candelabras, but I'm not going to use them both as candelabras. I think I'm going to do greenery on one and a candle on another. I have this little basket. I bought this from Pine and Ivy, and I just put some little greenery in it. I think I want to mix that in here. Maybe here. It's still missing something. I have these pieces of driftwood that just adds a texture. Maybe I don't need that. A doily. And I have another small piece of driftwood I'm going to stick behind here. I could do greenery back there. I could do that. I like that. There we go. That looks cute. Let me show it